Well, what's going on, everybody? I just want to bring you guys a quick video going over how I personally am playing the crypto markets right now, as well as my advice to anybody who's maybe just getting into crypto or this is your first bull run, your first full cycle. Of course, guys, none of this is financial advice. Please always do your own research. I'm just some guy in a hammock giving you their 2 cents on the market, letting you know how I personally am playing things. Let's go ahead and get straight into the video. The first thing that I'm doing while markets are so uncertain for the foreseeable future, I guess next few months to year, is I personally am trying to keep my cost of living as low as possible. I'll try and keep this quick, but of course, my rent, my food, I'm eating dirt and coconuts if I have to try and keep my cost of living just as low as possible. So that's the first thing that I'm doing while markets are like this. Now to get into how I'm playing things in terms of crypto. As some of you know, I do have a business in crypto. It's Kosher Creation. So I do have a lot of capital tied up into that, but whatever money isn't going into Kosher Creations and I am going to be putting into crypto, the name of the game is DCA all day. That's what I'm doing, is I'm just going to dollar cost average into my conviction plays all day, probably about personally until Bitcoin reaches about all-time highs or 110K, something like that. Whenever that is, I am just going to be dollar cost averaging as much as possible into Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, SUI PI Coin. Sorry, there's a couple that I'm missing. Let me know what you guys are loading up on in the comments down below. I'm curious, but I know 90% sounds extreme and about 10% stables, but I'm thinking 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line, what are the things that I'm going to wish I wanted more of or that I loaded up on? Of course, things are going to change. Of course, as Bitcoin gets closer to its all-time highs, the ratio of things that I'm investing in is going to change. So, of course, guys, subscribe if you want to know how I'm playing the market as time goes on. But for me personally, until Bitcoin hits all-time highs again, everything is on sale right now. Everything's on a discount. So whatever money I can scavenge up, find under the couch cushions, whatever I can make by working in the space, that's what I'm putting into my conviction plays. And then with that, the 90% of the money that I do have in these conviction plays, or I am dollar cost averaging into, I have a lot of them in high yield APY staking protocols. So I'm just locking them up. Some of them are liquid staking, so I can take them out at any time. Some of them I have to lock for longer periods of time. And if you guys want to know more specifically what I'm doing, of course, let me know in the comments down below. I'll maybe make a video on the protocols I'm using and different things like that to get about 1,000% APY, 500% APY on some of these for both stables and actual cryptos and altcoins as well. So if you guys want to know what I'm doing for those, let me know in the comments down below, like I said. But I personally am staking in those high yield APY protocols. I mean, the biggest risk to doing that, I do have to say, of course, is that they have the potential to implode or explode depending on the situation. But that's typically something that happens typically happens towards the end of the bull run or towards the beginning of the bear, or whenever people are trying to pull out a lot of their money at one time. I guess maybe it just depends on the cycle, but we have seen a lot of these high yield APY staking protocols go under, some of them FDIC insured, some of them not so much. So of course, I'm in a couple different ones. So if you guys want to know what I'm doing, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also let me know how you guys are playing things right now. But in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and just give my 2 cents, my personal advice to anybody who this is maybe your first time really getting in crypto heavily, this is your first cycle, whatever, investing, being a degen, is fuck whatever anybody says on YouTube or X or Twitter, whatever we want to call it, or any of the other social media apps. Play things how you feel you should play them. Trust your gut. Trust your instincts, create a plan. What's your 1 year, 5 year, 10-year plan? Every single one of these YouTubers, every single one of these people on X, and anybody who you ask on Discord or this or that, every single one of us has our own financial situation. We all have our own story. We all have our own goals, where we want to go at the end, at the end of the day, when we want to retire, how old we are, et cetera. We're all in totally different positions. So please, just if I could give any advice, it would be You know, don't listen to any of these people. Fuck whatever all of these people are saying, myself included. You know, just hear maybe what they're saying and then think about your own situation and if some of what they say resonates with you. But all these people are playing things differently. Some people trade, some YouTubers, some influencers, whatever we want to call them. They trade, some of them invest, you know, some of them do a combination of the two. Some of them aren't doing any of that stuff and they're just faking it for views and they're just being extreme for views. So you really don't know. So of course, guys, you know, just keep a good head on your shoulders. The markets are volatile at this time. You know, make sure you're touching grass and talking to your family you can, or people that you love, and doing things for yourself. At the end of the day, you know, health is the most important asset that we have. So, you know, that's just sort of my 2 cents on the market. Is try if you can DCA, try if you can to think long term, and just make sure you're taking care of yourself and the people that you care about. And at the end of the day, we'll make it through it and we'll be okay. So thank you guys for sticking around this long to this video. Again, this is just how I personally am playing the markets, just, you know, my own 2 cents to you or anybody who's just getting involved in the markets or this is their first cycle. So of course, guys, it's been Joe from New Money Crypto. We all know there's smart money, there's dumb money, there's old money, and years from now, they're going to be calling you new money. Until then, I'm going to catch you guys on the video soon. Much love. Peace.